And preliminary data shows that in March of 2020, there were 27,416 crashes statewide, with 1,400 serious bodily injuries and 280 fatalities. Florida Highway Patrol officials are working hard until that number turns to zero. News 13's Tess Rowland joining us live from the Florida Highway Patrol offices to talk about the Never Drive Impaired campaign. Good morning, Tess.
Hey, good morning, Chris. So actually in March 2020, there were 350 reported crashes that did involve DUI-related cases. And that's a 24% decrease as opposed to years in 2015 and prior. So I'm actually joined this morning with Jason King of Florida Highway Patrol. Apologies, we did get cut off last time. So talk to me about this campaign and how you're ensuring your officers are on the road keeping people safe.
Yes, definitely. So what we're doing is we're utilizing the Arrive Alive campaign, which is a program that statistically puts together locations of interest or worry for crashes, fatalities, or speeding. And we have a focal point enforcement to go out and utilize our troopers to take action in those areas and report back so we can show that we're making a difference in the areas of concern. And on top of that, we're wanting to focus on DUI, seatbelt, and texting, distracted driving, and marijuana use.
Absolutely. And talk to me about also, it's a risk when you get into that car and you are drunk. You're not only risking your own life, but the life of others. So talk to me about the types of consequences you can face getting behind the wheel drunk.
Sure. If you're stopped just for DUI on a traffic stop, you lose your license. You could look at anywhere from 5 years and fines to, if you're involved in a fatal crash and you're under the influence and you leave the scene, you're looking at 30 years of imprisonment and loss of your license and fines that are just ungodly. So just asking you to make good choices, be aware, find a designated driver. The Restaurant Association has reached out to help make sure people make it home safe. There's taxis, there's wreckers, there's designated drivers, there's other alternatives to just not get behind the wheel.
Yeah, there's really no excuse there. And talk to me also about, the data that we saw. It happens with a lot of people aged 20 to 29, and actually the most common drug that you see is not alcohol.
Right, correct. It's actually marijuana in that age group. It starts fading off in the 30s and as people get older. But we've noticed an increase in basically a DUI crash or arrest that involves marijuana. And there's no gauge on what's a lot and what's a little in marijuana. It affects people differently, and it just really changes your driving habits and your motor skills.
Absolutely. Definitely not a risk you want to take. Well, thanks so much, and we'll be right back.